forget to subscribe to my channel, and while you're at it, click the bell to be notified of future videos. This is called Star Points, 12-inch finished. Here's the diagram. And here are 4 blocks set block to block. We have 4 patches, and all of the Accuquilt dies for each of the patches are listed here. Patch A is a 1-inch finished square. We cut 1.5-inch squares and we'll need 4 patches. This is the tiny little points in the 4 corners of the block. Patch B is a 3-inch finished square. We cut 3.5-inch squares and we'll need 4 patches of the background fabrics. I'm using low volume prints in assorted. This patch is the large square in the corners. We're going to use at the A patch to do stitch and flip our folded corner clipper for these 4 patches. Patch C is a 3-inch finished quarter square triangle. We cut 4 1/4-inch squares, cut them in half twice on the diagonal for 4 patches. These you will cut in patches. We're not making flying geese. So we'll need 8 patches of the dark fabric, 4 patches of the medium fabric, and 12 assorted patches of the background fabric. These are our center unit. Patch D is a 3-inch finished half square triangle. We cut 3 7/8-inch squares, cut them in half once on the diagonal for 2 patches. And these will also be left as patches. These are the large, almost flying geese-like patches here for these side units. We'll need 8 patches of the blue fabric and 4 patches of the red fabric. Here are the fabrics I've chosen. The A and B patches are going to be used for a stitch and flip, and we'll put this in the corner like that and use stitch and flip or folded corner to do 4 of these units. If you're not familiar with the stitch and flip or the folded corner clipper method, stay tuned for a short tutorial that tells you how. On the back of the accent fabrics, you're going to draw a diagonal line. Place this right sides together on the background, but if you can see, I've got my stitching just to the right side of that line. And this area here, the outside corner, we're going to cut off. You can use scissors or you can use your rotary cutter, and you're going to cut off this little right corner. And then you're going to flip it up like this and press it just like this. Because you stitch just to the right side of that line, you have a nice even edge on these 2 sides, and that's what you want. Our next unit is the snowball, and we place our square in the corner, and we line up our 3 points on the ruler, the top, the side, and then this side here, and cut. Next we'll move to steps 2 and 3. We're going to take the C patches and stitch them together like this. And these are very important that you get them in the right spot. So what I like to do is have the diagram right here while I'm putting them together. So I'll take the red C patch goes like this, and then the dark C patch goes like that. And you'll stitch these together. So flip them over, match all 3 sides. I always stitch a scant 1/4 inch when doing triangles. So stitch a scant 1/4 inch and then press the seams open. And this is what you'll get. You'll have to cut off some nubs here. Next, on step 3, we're going to take a D patch and stitch it like this. Flip it over, match all 3 sides, stitch a scant 1/4 inch, and press the seams open. Then you'll have this, and you cut off these nubs. Now you'll make 4 of these. Now we're moving on to step 4, and we're going to make 4 of these units. These are the side units. We're going to start with the half square triangle and add the 2 C patches, then add the 2 D patches. So we'll start with the C patches, and I like to lay it out how the picture is. So this is pointing up, and then this is down. This is our half square triangle. Right now it's on point. We'll flip this over, match all 3 sides, stitch a scant 1/4 inch and press the seams open. And here is your half square triangle. Next we'll take 2 C-patches and we're going to lay them out like this. Let's put this one. What you're making is a big triangle and it follows the picture here. You'll start on one side, flip this over, and you'll want to match this edge that you're going to sew and this edge at the bottom. Stitch your scant 1/4 inch and press the seams open. And this is what you'll have. And you'll do the same thing on this side with the C-patch. Flip it over, match this edge and this edge. Stitch your scant 1/4 inch and press the seams open. And this is what you have. So we've done the top part. If this were a flying geese unit, this would be the geese portion. Then we'll take the D patches and sew them like this. If this were a giant flying geese, these would be the sky portion of the flying geese. Now you just start on one side, flip the fabric over and match the top edge. Stitch your scant 1/4 inch and press the seams open. And here's what you have. And you'll cut off these nubs. All along the way, as you stitch these together, you should cut off your nubs. Now we'll take our red D patch and stitch it like this. Flip it over, match this edge and the top edge. Stitch your scant 1/4 inch and press the seams open. Here's your side unit, and you cut off the nubs. And you'll make 4 of these. Now we have all of our units are done and we just need to lay out the block. You follow the diagram and lay out the pieces. And there you have your block. We'll sew the top units together into a row, and these units will have to sew this 4-patch unit together first. So you sew these 2 together, then these 2, press the seams, and then stitch these 2 together. Then you'll be able to stitch the sides onto the middle piece, and then stitch the bottom row together. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and while you're at it, click the bell to be notified of future videos.